Welcome to another episode of Giving Them the Business. What a wild weekend last weekend, huh?
Yeah, rather formful with exception of
Your
maybe
boys.
one game in particular that I don't have too much to talk about here. But
Why not?
I figure we're going to talk about it anyway, so
Why not?
why don't we just start off with that?
Yeah. The only upset of the weekend, Niners over your Cowboys. You said you're going to run the ball. They ran the ball just on the last play of the game.
At the absolute wrong time.
Yeah. I mean, they ran out the clock with needing a shot at the end zone.
Look,
Had chances, man.
21 rush attempts to Dak throwing the ball 44 times. Kellen Moore knows that is not a recipe for success. Mike McCarthy knows that is not a recipe for success. They were only down 9 at half. There's no need to abandon the run. But that was not the only problem. Dak just plain off did not look good. I mean, missed a number of throws that he needed to make, should make. Short throws where just missed his target. Just all in all, not a good performance for the boys, and they're playing golf this weekend because of it.
Yeah. I mean, they shouldn't even have been in that game. I mean, without Garoppolo playing for you guys coming down the stretch, I mean, Garoppolo threw a bad pick. I mean, they get that 4th and inches at the end there. I mean, we're talking about a total different thing and
Oh, yeah.
a total different game and not that last play of the game. But where do you go from here? I mean, Mike McCarthy stay? Do they keep him around? Kellen Moore, I mean, does he stay or does he get the head job? Like, what are we doing?
Well, I think that Kellen Moore, that's going to be his decision. I think he's going to have opportunities to for a head coaching job
Even
somewhere,
after that
I believe.
performance?
Yeah, look, his name's been talked about all season. Why, I don't fucking know.
I hear you.
But I think somebody this offseason, we talked last week about coaching vacancies.
There's a number of them.
It is, and somebody's going to give him a chance. But Jerry said today, he kind of deferred from the question. He said, I have the people under contract that I want to have under contract. So that's as far as I'm going to go as far as trying to get into Jerry's head.
Well, you know, just as well as I do, those NFL contracts don't mean a whole lot.
Nope.
So he could not have a guy under contract tomorrow and be happy with who he has under contract. So you can read between that all you want. But
Well, look, the bottom line is he's the man with the control here, and look, he's going to make whatever decision he wants to make. It's not up to McCarthy or
nope.
And look, it may be right, it may be wrong. I'm not going to speculate. I'm not going to get in that headspace.
All right, well,
Dangerous territory.
Yeah, old Jarrah's head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Couple of blowouts.
Yeah.
Maybe not expected.
I mean, the Bills put in a perfect game. I mean, no punts.
Unbelievable. 8 drives, 7 touchdowns, and a victory formation.
A kneel down, yeah, at the end. I mean, that was a dominant performance.
Oh, yeah, right off Jump Street. I wasn't surprised at the outcome of the Rams-Cardinals game. I was surprised at how bad it was.
Yeah, I thought the Cardinals would play better. Obviously, I took the Cardinals, so, I mean, I thought they'd give it more of a game, but, yeah, that thing got out of hand quick, man.
Yeah.
Quick. And then Kyler just looked like a rookie college quarterback out there. It was, I mean, no D-Hop. I mean,
yeah.
I don't want to make excuses, but D-Hop's a game changer when it comes to it. So
100%. And I think we saw the last month of the season just how important he is.
And how much
to that
over
offense.
the hill A.J. Green is? Jeez.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it was, Kyler didn't have time and nobody to throw to. And
a recipe for disaster.
Yeah, not a good recipe.
No. Eagles got beat the fuck out of.
Yeah, I mean, bad, dude.
Yeah.
I mean,
couple of late touchdowns.
Garbage time.
Oh, yeah.
Should have been 31-0, and our boy should have hit the
a
huge teaser. But anyways, yeah, and then obviously the Chiefs beating the Steelers. The Steelers had no business in that.
No.
And the Chiefs look like the Chiefs. And the Steelers look like the Steelers.
Yeah.
I mean, they just somehow got in the playoffs and showed that that's why they somehow got in the playoffs.
The Chargers let them in, and, that's what happens when you sneak in. But
And then all the Steelers fans thought they were in the game for a second because they scored the first touchdown on defense, and it was like, hold on a second.
yeah.
Hold on a second. Yeah. And Chiefs are going to be the Chiefs, bud.
But can we take just a second? Ben Roethlisberger, most in all likelihood, calling it a career.
About time.
I think maybe a year or two too late. But look,
he's the last one out of that class, right?
That's right.
Eli and Phil Rivers.
That's right.
And him and.
But look, when you're playing a game for a living, tough to give that up. I get it. Hall of Famer?
Man, I don't know. Probably. They give the Hall of Fame to anybody, it seems like now. Especially with Super Bowl winners.
That's it.
I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, look, I get it, but I don't know. I don't think so, but hey, my opinion. Don't mean shit.
Not for us to decide. And
probably will happen. I mean,
Yeah.
It's just one of those things. Who really cares? I mean, they'll remember him. Everybody will remember Big Ben. Whether he goes in the Hall or not, everybody will remember that guy. So he'll probably go in. All right, enough about him, dude. Let's talk about the teams that are still in the tourney.
Well, you got 4 big games this weekend, 2 Saturday,
Yeah.
2 Sunday.
Starting with Cincy, that's the first one. Bengals, Titans, first game. Titans coming, off that bye week.
Yep.
Earned it, number 1 seed. Bengals beating the Raiders. Probably should have lost that game. I had Raiders, and I needed that last second touchdown by the Raiders, where they threw it to the 1-yard line, by the way, and the over. Both of those would have hit, by the way, if they score that touchdown. A little salty about that. But anyways, Bengals move on. Bengals play the Titans. What you got here?
I'm taking Titans all day, and it wasn't much of a decision for me. And the key for me here is, one, the return of Derrick Henry, which not set in stone.
And Julio, by the way.
But exactly right.
Yeah, I mean, you get both those guys back. Anyways.
I forget the exact numbers. But the last time that Ryan Tannehill had Julio, A.J. Brown, and Derrick Henry on the field, they blew out the Chiefs.
Halloween?
Yes, week 7. Haven't had all 3 on the field since then. And his numbers with all 3 of those guys on the field, something like over 10 yards per attempt. If you take any one of those 3 guys out, the numbers are less than 8 per attempt, something like that. This team is coming back together at the right time. And look, Derrick Henry's the best running back in football.
100. I mean, it was funny. Like, remember he had like 990 something yards rushing.
Yeah.
Like when he got hurt, he was leading still like 3 or 4 weeks later. Like there was no way that even surpassed that number.
Right.
I mean, he was well ahead when he got hurt. I mean,
Yeah.
With all that being said, I mean, these guys haven't played. I mean, Julio and Derrick Henry haven't played in a while. I mean, I think that goes a long ways. I mean, there's nothing like game shape. Like, you can be in practice shape, but there's nothing like game shape. And with the number, I think, what did we say, 3.5 is what we're getting at?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, 3 and a hook, man. I mean, this is playoff football. Bengals just played last week. Titans had a week off. Yeah, I mean, granted, these guys are professionals. I mean, but game shape, man, means a lot in sports. Give me Bengals plus the 3.5. I think this is a close game. I think it comes down to it. And hey, give me that 3 and a hook.
I'm not mad at that, and coming off a big win, momentum, especially this time of the year, week to week, is huge. I could certainly see the Bengals being in this thing. I think the Titans really return to that early season form here and take care of business.
Look, Tannehill's my guy. I love Tannehill. But Burrow can slang it, man. And Jamar Chase is a number one wide receiver, hands down.
On any team.
I think they throw the ball all over the yard, man. So this is going to be a fun game to watch, I think. And I think it's going to be close. So Niners-Packers. Niners at the Packers. It's an interesting game, by the way.
Yeah, literally just talked about kind of momentum. And these guys are coming off of 2 road wins against the Rams and the Cowboys. I'm not saying they beat a great Cowboys team last week, but a dub is a dub. And for 3 quarters, the 49ers played some fantastic defense. Don't take anything away from them.
Nope.
Nick Bosa is going to be back from concussion. I think they've got a chance to keep this thing close. 5.5 is I feel like is a significant spread kind of in this stage of the ball game. Look, Lambeau is a difficult place to play. I think it's supposed to be
warm.
14 degrees. We're not talking ice bowl, but look, the 49ers can run the ball. I think 38 attempts last week for $170 or something. Look, we know what Aaron Rodgers, Jones, and Adams can do. I think the Packers have a legitimate shot to go into Lambeau and make this a close game. I'll take them plus the points.
They're going to be heavily reliant on their defense, I think. Just like they were against the Cowboys. I mean, defense showed up. I mean, Garoppolo, man, he tried to lose that game every which way, man. Last week, I think he's going to probably play a couple plays for the Packers, throwing some balls to the Packers. He didn't look great last week, so I think Aaron Rodgers, Devontae, man, it's tough to go against them. -5.5 it's a decent number for this game. I like the Packers -5.5. Rams Bucks. That's the first game Sunday. You betting against Tom Brady?
Nope.
I am. Tough to do.
I wouldn't say I'm betting as much for Tom Brady as I'm kind of betting against Matt Stafford here.
I hear you.
Look, that dude, he can go out, throw for 404 touchdowns, but he has been volatile at times this season. And can be a turnover machine, especially early in some games. And let's not forget, this is the exact same Super Bowl winning defense from last year for the Bucs. Like they're coming in, the Bucs are coming in rolling like your typical Tom Brady team. I just don't like the Rams on the road here, in particular because I don't trust Matt Stafford. He didn't look fantastic last week. No. He didn't have to.
No.
But he didn't look great, and they're up against significantly better this week. As much as I hate to say it, Tom Brady and the Bucs here.
Yeah, 2.5 is a good number too for that. The Bucs could easily win by a field goal, I think, but I'm just keep leaning towards that Rams defense, man. Like they've stepped up and got some guys this year. And I look at the Bucs. Remember when Antonio Brown took out and quit mid-game?
Oh, the greatest walk-off in the history of sports, maybe.
Well, that was against the Jets, who they were struggling with. They were struggling with the Jets when that happened. I mean, they beat the Jets. I mean, wrong. That was probably end up being a meaningless game at that time. It was late in the season, but either way, they struggled with the Jets, man. They beat the doors off the Eagles last week. Look, it's playoff football. I get it, but hey, man, Super Bowl's in L.A.
A little NFL destiny.
Destiny maybe. But when does you probably should never bet against Tom Brady in the playoffs. I mean, look, if you bet against Tom Brady in the playoffs, you have lost money.
A lot of
money over the years. All right,
yeah.
So I get it, but when does that train end? And I think this is a tough matchup because of the Rams' defense with Aaron Donald and Von Miller. I mean, these guys can play some defense, and they got after Kyler Murray last week.
Yeah, absolutely did.
When does the train end? Can I get lucky and it ends here, and I take the Rams and be lucky? Let's see, man. I mean, at some point, the train ends. When does it? Who knows? But
yeah,
I'm taking a shot.
Okay.
Give me the Rams, man. Plus 2.5. I think they went outright. So if you think a team can win outright plus the points and the money line, I like it. Last game on the slate, Bills, Chiefs. This should be the last game on the slate because I think it's the best game on the slate.
Oh, 100%. At least I hope it is. I thought last week the Bills Patriots would be the best game of the weekend, and I could not have been further from the truth.
And the Bills play like they did last week. This week,
yeah.
I mean, it's Bills, I think. But then the Chiefs can also do that. They can also put up.
That's right.
7 drives, 7 touchdowns. You know what I mean? So,
and Arrowhead, a notoriously difficult place to play, especially in January. This is a different beast for the Bills this week. But coming off of facing a rookie quarterback in his first playoff start.
Oh, for sure.
And the Chiefs again, they're another team coming in fresh, a lot of momentum. I think 7-8-1 to finish the year after some hiccups early on. But they're playing their best football right now, and again, I just the Bills on the road. Look, the Bills have thrown some clunkers in this season as well. I like the Chiefs at Arrowhead here, 1.5. Not much to take, especially for a home team.
I think
the number 2 seed.
You mentioned Arrowhead, yeah, tough place to play, weather, outdoors, cold, all that. It's interesting if you read into this line, and I always think about it with home field just being 3 points off the bat, the line's 1.5.
Yeah,
I mean that's kind of leaning towards Buffalo, especially 1.5.
Yeah.
I think the line makers are thinking that the Bills almost should be favored if this was like a neutral site or whatever. So I mean, I'm just kind of reading into it. I mean, if that's what I'm reading into, I like the Bills here with that. I mean, coming off that performance against the Patriots, man, they can score in bunches, and the Chiefs can too. But now, do the Chiefs try and drive the ball in like these long methodical drives to keep Josh Allen off the field, which is kind of crazy to say because everybody wants to keep Mahomes off the field.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, just with that being said, I like the Bills here, man. And when does it turn for the Bills, man? When do the Bills get a big playoff win and make a run into the playoffs. I mean, it hadn't happened for a long time, man. Is this a year? I'm open.
I don't think so. And look, they've got a decent running game with Singletary, but that offense on the ground and through the air goes through Josh Allen. Now
he's the best running back on their team, isn't he?
He is the most efficient for sure.
It's like their leading rusher, like most games.
But in the backfield, he's got some proficient backs. He doesn't have a game changer back there to lean on. I think the Bills may be kind of one piece to the puzzle away from that run that you're talking about. But look, Josh Allen is an elite quarterback in the NFL, and you put one of those guys on the field, and they make plays. So I'm not going to sit here and tell you that taking the Bills outright is an awful pick. You can't sit here and say that. The Chiefs are the Chiefs are battle tested. They've been here before and taking care of business. This is a little bit newer territory for the Bills, and I think they may be just one piece of the puzzle short to really making that run.
Yeah, I mean, just looking at the Chiefs, they went on that 9-1 run to end the season. I'm just looking at their schedule. They beat the Giants 2017. The Giants are not a good football team. They beat the Packers 13-7 without Aaron Rodgers. They beat the Raiders 41-14. Cowboys 19-9. Broncos 22-9. Raiders again 48-9. Chargers in overtime. The Steelers lost to the Bengals and beat Week 18. They beat the Broncos 28-24. Not a crazy murderer's row there to end the season, in my opinion. I think they're susceptible here, and I think the Bills going in there and shock the world and get to the AFC Championship, man, and then we can start reliving all the Bills Super Bowl drama over years past.
There's gonna be a lot of broken tables in Kansas City if the Bills go in there and pull
Win or lose
upset
before the game. You kidding? Tailgating motherfuckers, man. They're gonna be breaking tables before the game, dude. It'll be fun, man. All right, that's how we see it. Let's show our tickets. Yeah, but I got Bengals plus the 3.5, Packers minus 5.5, Rams plus 2.5, Bills plus 1.5.
Yeah, I'd love
differ a little bit.
Again this week. I mean, a lot of disparity. A lot of disparity in our picks.
We differ every game.
That's exactly right.
Damn. I didn't even know that. I'm looking at that.
Look, I like that. Both of us last week, we had 3 or 4 differences last week. Both of us 4-2.
Yeah.
Made a little money. Look, whatever Brad just said, I got the opposite.
That's funny.
Yeah, but I think that just goes to show
playoff football, baby.
It is playoff football,
and with a chance.
And exactly right. And you can make a case for any one of these 8 teams still remaining.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, everybody's in with a shot here. Be a fun weekend of football coming up, man. A little shorter show today, but hey.
But look,
4 games.
We've always said football is king, and that's the thing. That's the stuff to talk about. That's football. The stuff people want to hear. And hey, if you're tuning in, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, smash that like button, and tune in next week to
conference championships.
Yeah, man. More big time football.
Proud of you, man.
Coming up.
I'm proud of you. Short-winded on the Cowboys there. Proud of you, man. You didn't go into I asked you off air. I was like, "Hey, you gonna go into a Shane Irving rant about your Cowboys?" And you did a good job, man.
If we done this show on Monday, we may still be talking about the Cowboys.
We definitely should have. All right, that's it for this week. We'll catch you next week on Giving Them the Business.